bitches.
Hey, good morning, Angela Yee.
I was waiting for Charlamagne to jump in.
Yo. That didn't happen. What's up, Yee?
What's up, DJ Envy?
It's Thursday.
What is going on with this storm that's supposed to be coming now? I'm supposed to go to Houston tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can make it out, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it back.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be nasty on the East Coast. They're saying 6 to 12 inches of snow. So it's supposed to start Friday night into Saturday. I'm all good. I'm heading to Miami.
So only
today.
time you don't want 12 inches.
Well, I don't want 12 inches never, but...
So you're more like 10.
Anyway, well, I'm heading to Miami today, so I ain't worried about the snow. And if I can't make it back, I can't make it back. I'll just stay in the warm weather.
If I'm stuck, I'm stuck.
If I'm stuck, I'm stuck. So I'll just be stuck in Miami. And shout out to everybody that donated money and water to...
You didn't give me that information. My girl Candace from Hennessy was like, can you get the information?
No, we good.
Because she's trying to donate.
I'm good.
What?
We raised over 100,000 bottles of water.
So that's about $200,000. Right? Because it's about $2.
No, it's $1.97 for 35 bottles.
Oh, for a case.
Yeah, for a case. So we raised a lot. So
I was like, wow, you donated a lot.
I definitely kicked it more than I thought, but it's for a good cause. We put a cap at 100,000 bottles.
Oh, so you're done.
I'm done.
I didn't know there was a cap.
I put a cap on it yesterday. Now.
Wait, hold on.
What?
People still need help in Flint, Michigan.
I'm gonna tell the people, you can still donate through the website. You can still use my plug where you can get $1.97, pay $1.97 for 35 bottles. But I'm not matching it. But you can use my plug.
And I'm not matching.
You could, because what we do is we actually buy it from Walmart in Flint, Michigan.
Did you see that iHeartMedia, Detroit, and Fox 2 raised 240 tons of water for Flint, Michigan in 6 hours?
That's dope.
That's incredible.
That's dope. Yeah, so
they had a water drive. That's great.
The Walmart is actually in Flint, Michigan. And what we do is, like I say, I'm part of a beverage company. We use our distributors in Michigan to actually distribute the water. So we buy it from Walmart, and then we distribute it through the different, whether it's a church or it's the American Red Cross or whatever it may be. So that's what we do. So you don't have to worry about, shipping it. We handle it because we buy it from actually the Walmart.
Oh, this is nice. Helpforflint.com.
Yeah, so that's
a good place to go where you can also donate.
So
and it has all the different places you can donate to all in one place, and it informs you of where it's going. It's like flintkids.org.
Mm-hmm.
You can go and volunteer just by going to this site. So it's helpforflint.com.
I was really surprised. Shout out to Top Pop, because Top Pop helped me with this. I was really surprised so many people donated. I didn't think it was going to be 100,000 bottles. I thought,
You know what's great about it?
But I'm happy that everybody did donate.
You could donate any amount, and you know exactly where that money is going.
Absolutely. And like I said, a case of water is $1.97, and people were donating, 2 cases, which was, $4 damn near, or, 1 case. And it was just amazing how so many people donated. I was just happy. It was a great cause. So, and they still need water, so we'll still donate. We'll still help you guys out. I'm just not matching it anymore.
And they need more than water. They do need help for the kids and the people they're affected as well. That's going to be a long-term thing.
Right. Now, who's coming on today's show today? Anybody? Memphis Bleek. That's right. It's Throwback Thursday. Memphis Bleek will be joining us. So we'll kick it with Memphis Bleek and see how he got hooked up with Jay-Z and where he's been, what he's been doing. So it should be
it's like a Throwback Thursday because we're going back in his history.
That's right. And I'm going to do a Memphis Bleek mini mix. So all Bleek's joints I'm going to get on today. It's going to be a lot of fun, all right? Well, let's get the show cracking. Front page news, what we talking about?
I got to tell you what's going on with the weather. If you're planning to travel at all this weekend, it's going to be a little rough. So I'll tell you what areas will be affected.
Okay. All that and more. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Here's Jake.
Yo.
Let's get in some front page news. NBA Wizards beat the Heat. Sixers beat the Magic. Knicks beat the Jazz in overtime. Knicks are playing pretty good. Did you know Porzingis?
The Knicks are playing very good, but good for the Knicks is average. Because they got a 500 record.
Yeah, but
by the way.
It's okay. We'll take that. Because last year, I think we only won 21 games.
That is a fact.
Now, Porzingis is the fourth selling jersey in the league, which is amazing. I think number 1 is Steph Curry, number 2 is Kobe Bryant, number 3 is LeBron James, and number 4 is Porzingis. So that's amazing. Raptors beat the Celtics, Cavs beat the Nets, Warriors beat the Bulls, Pistons beat the Rockets, Thunder beat the Hornets, the Kings beat the Lakers, Mavs beat the Wolves in overtime, and the Hawks beat the Blazers. Now let's talk about this major story snowstorm to hit the East Coast.
Well, it's already been some issues in Washington, D.C. and in Virginia. They said one person even died in Virginia due to the storm. They only got like an inch, but it took people hours to get home because the roads were untreated. Now, they're saying there's potential for a 1 to 2 feet of snow from eastern Kentucky across West Virginia, Maryland, and into southern Pennsylvania and New York. They're not sure whether or not New York, Philly, and Boston will see heavy snowfall, depending on which way the storm goes, possibly 2 to 15 inches. Also, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kentucky, North Carolina will see ice as the storm moves east Thursday into Friday.
So it's supposed to start today?
No. Friday night.
Different
Friday
areas, but it's going to move into New York. They said Friday. It was Saturday, mostly early Saturday, and into Sunday afternoon.
It amazes me that down south still doesn't prepare themselves for snowstorms. I know they don't get them too often, but you got to understand, Armageddon is upon us, and the weather, we can never predict it, so at least have a couple salt trucks at Georgia.
I never understood why they throw sand
Virginia.
in the South. Like, even when I went to school in Virginia, they used to put sand on the road, and it never seemed like the sand ever worked. It just seemed like
I guess so. The ice, it gets rid of the ice so you don't slip and slide.
It's supposed for traction, but it didn't seem like it ever worked. Now, let's talk about Obama. What is he promising now?
Well, he actually was in Detroit yesterday. That was him going. He was going to the auto show in Detroit, and he ended up going to. He didn't travel to Flint, but he met with Weaver privately, the mayor, Karen Weaver from Flint, Michigan, and he discussed the lead that was found in Flint's drinking water. He was offering continued logistical and technical support for efforts to address the crisis. And he said that he heard firsthand how the residents of Flint are dealing with the ongoing public health crisis and the challenges that still exist for the city. He promises aid to help Flint resolve their water crisis. And he said he's a father first, so he said, I would be beside myself if my kids' health would be at risk.
Damn right.
You know, a lot of the schools were closed in Detroit yesterday, too, and I think some of them are closed today as well.
Because of the water?
No, actually, I think it has to do with
education.
I was watching this on the news. Yeah, they were saying
protesting.
The teachers are protesting. They're doing like a sick out. They're calling out sick because they need more money for the school system. It's in shambles right now.
Yeah, it's a damn shame that teachers are some of the most underpaid people in America. My mother's been a school teacher in South Carolina for 30 plus years.
Even just the resources for the students also.
Yeah, shout out to Time Out, because they were saying that a lot of the people that work at the radio station, shout out to our family down in Detroit, are actually going to the schools and helping out with a lot of the things that are going on with feeding the kids, watching the kids, and actually teaching the kids, which is a great thing. Hopefully those teachers get back to school and start teaching those kids. We need education more than anything.
Yeah, they're trying to get these teachers to get back in school. They're actually trying to do that through a judge. They want a restraining order and preliminary injunction to force the teachers to stop these sick outs and return to work.
Well, pay the teachers more damn money, okay? These teachers help the future of our generation, right? Pay the teachers more damn money.
Absolutely. All right, and that's front page news. Now, tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, call us right now. Maybe somebody pissed you off. Maybe you're having a bad morning, whatever it may be. If you need to get something off your chest, whatever it may be, get it off your chest and have a great day. Like when I got here to work, there was an accident on the way in. Traffic was backed up. Did you get stuck in that accident? That's why you were late?
No, I was late because I woke up late.
Damn, now was out. You could have been like, yo.
What am I lying for? You may make up some crazy lie. The dog ate my alarm clock. What do you want me to do? I'm not doing that. I was late. I woke up late. I actually, my alarm went off. I hit instead of hitting snooze for 5 more minutes, I said, I'm going to let my body clock wake me up in 5 minutes.
That never works.
Woke up 20 minutes later.
That never works.
I was like, you know what? Glad I took a shower last night because I don't have time to take one this morning. So let me wash my face. Thank God I don't have nothing to do after work today. And I'm fine. I'm here now.
A little TMI, but all right.
A little 3 minutes late.
Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. You're upset. You need to vent. Phone lines wide open. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This is DMX. And you know what makes me mad? When ask for the truth, but can't handle the truth. All right? Now tell them why you mad on the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Hey, tell them why you mad, mama.
I'm calling because I'm mad that they're portraying the Detroit teachers to not want to go to work because they're like playing hooky, but the schools are unsafe. There's mushrooms growing in there.
Yeah, there's mildew on the ceilings. They said there's dead rats.
Are you a teacher?
Nah, I'm a nurse, but I work in Detroit, so I'm around a lot of mothers who tell me about the schools, and I have family up there. So yeah, it's unsafe conditions, not just about the money, but the mayor and the governor and the whole state of Michigan is like they're not doing their job.
Right. They cut funding for the whole education system that affects everybody, and the kids are sick from being in school with mildew.
Yeah, I saw pictures of that, and they said the schools don't have no heat.
That's crazy. They don't.
I wouldn't want to send my kids to school there.
I wouldn't want to go to work there either.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, who's this?
Oh, this is real easy, man. Tell you why you mad. I'm mad at Angela Yee.
Why you mad at her?
Last week Friday, right, I was scrolling on my timeline on Instagram. I see she posted a pic. She said she was at Footprints on Clarendon. I said, oh, that's up the block for me. But then I walk in, I see her right there. I'm like, damn, I want to drop with my music on. But I'm like, she with her friends. I didn't want to press her. They kept on watching me. Ordered my food. DJ called out. I thought, let me slide it to the DJ. But I was mad I didn't walk up to her. If I had my cousin with me, he definitely would have pressed her.
So why are you mad at me that you didn't come say hi?
Yeah, why you ain't go holler, man?
Because your friends was watching me, and I didn't want to look like the stalker you was eating.
Well, that's not my fault. That's your fault.
That was your shot,
And they
bro.
probably was watching you because you look creepy. If you keep looking at somebody,
I took pictures with a whole bunch of people. It was the 15-year anniversary for Footprints. I was in there.
That was your shot, bro.
It was crazy. I see you all the time in there, but I was like, let me run up in there now. But you need to go check out that In My Bag record. It's on my timeline.
You should have hollered. Nope.
How many In My Bag records are you Negroes gonna make? All you Negroes got records called In My Bag.
Hello, who's this?
This is Maurice. I'm mad because I'm in the process of moving. I'm in the moving process. And no one in the family genuinely want to help without having a hand out in moving something.
Well, listen, I had to move. My family wasn't helping me move either. Why don't you hire some movers?
You ain't got the bread.
Right. I mean, I'm talking, moving already, cost a lot, I'm
going to tell you this, though. Sometimes you let your family help you. They bang your stuff up. It might be worse.
Or steal from you. And steal from you. All my tools is missing. I'm like, what's really going on?
Well, that's your fault for having a bunch of crackhead cousins.
Yeah, real talk.
Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, call us right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This is DMX. And you know what makes me mad? When ask for the truth, but can't handle the truth. All right? Now tell them why you mad on The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Hey, what's good with y'all? Good morning, Breakfast Club. This Wade from Akron, man.
Tell them why you mad.
We don't care.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever, Sean, man. But anyway, I just want to say I'm mad, man, because it's like, for real, when I think about it, and I feel you on what you be saying, Sean, man, as far as you being a regular person and the civilian and stuff like that, because I don't want to be no hood nigga no more either, you know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, people in the hood act like the worst thing you can ever do is tell a lie, if you ever noticed that, right? Like, for example, they definitely condone drug dealing and pimping, and, a grown woman having sex with a teenage boy and stuff like that, but as soon as you tell a lie, they act like the world about them, like, oh, it's a heart attack. I don't know what's going on with that type of mentality, man, but we need to definitely change that in the black community, be more on a positive tip for real. So that's why I'm mad this morning.
It's a whole different set of morals in the hood that don't make no sense, and the older you get, you realize how much they don't make sense.
No sense at all.
That's why I salute all the quote-unquote nerd rappers, because they are living their life the right way, like it's golden.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Brianna from New Jersey.
Tell them why you mad.
I'm pissed off because last night, me and my boyfriend got into an argument because I couldn't really reach him yesterday. And he just hangs up. And I answer his phone all night. Like, he don't know I'm crazy. Like, he don't know how to drive by. I was popped up.
First of all, baby, why are you bothering me and harassing me when you know I'm with my other woman? Why? Have some courtesy. Have some courtesy for the other chick.
Oh, boy.
I would kill this. Don't play with me.
Don't kill nobody, first of all.
He just went missing every time you called. He wasn't answering?
Yo, yesterday, playing pickable.
Because he was with his other girl. And you
now, what does your gut tell you was happening?
My gut told me that he was with another bitch.
No.
That's right. Yes, he was. And you steady calling me, interrupting my date.
What was his excuse?
His excuse was, I've been working, I've been tired.
Where does he work at?
Overnight. I work overnight. I'm tired. I was asleep.
He probably was asleep.
Now, what you going to do if you pop up there and he's with another chick?
Nothing.
I'm going to burn the house down.
You ain't going to do no arson.
You better stop it. He was probably just sleeping, Mama. Don't worry about that. He was probably just sleeping. He'll get us some rest. He needs his rest. He works overnight. I'm sure he buys you nice things.
You should just go missing. Right? Now you should just go missing.
I should just go missing today, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to have more courtesy.
Show him what it feels like.
You need to have more courtesy and stop interrupting your man when he with his other woman.
Good luck, Mama.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. He was just sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah, sleeping on top of another woman.
Tell him why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, you can call us at any time. Don't forget Memphis Bleek. Throwback Thursday will be joining us next hour.
It seemed like Bleek is even too young to have in Throwback Thursday, but he's been around for a long time.
Since he was 14.
Yeah, we'll kick it with Bleek when he comes in. Now, Yee.
Yes.
We got rumors coming up?
We'll tell you what rapper is about to retire from music and from film. Also, what is the most valuable team in the NBA according to Forbes, worth $3 billion? We'll tell you what it is.
All right, we'll find out when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Let's find out who's retiring from rapping and rumors.
Listen up.
This All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Yassine Bey, who we know as Mos Def also, has been charged with using a false passport and an unrecognized travel document and helping his family illegally stay in the country. Now he's using this world passport. I had to look that up to see what it was. Mm-hmm. So apparently a guy in Vermont is the person who started this back in the 1950s. He's basically saying that he's not a citizen of one place, he's a citizen of the world.
You can do that?
Apparently not in some countries.
Oh.
Okay, they said that the World Service Authority website lists 183 countries that the organization claims have recognized the passports, but also some people don't. So I guess in South Africa, they're saying they don't recognize that as an official document.
That's wrong, though, because there should be a world passport, because we all earthlings at the end of the day.
All right, and they're making him seem like he's a criminal. Well, check out what he had to say. He actually released this on Kanye West's website.
No more parties in S.A. Please tell them no more parties in S.A. Hey, homophobes, I don't need to stay. I'll leave and I'll stay away. I committed no crime any place. Why these police up in my face? I just want to go where I'm wanted, where I'm loved. Stop fronting. Where I live is my choice.
All right, and then he goes on to say that he's retiring from not just music, but also from film.
So where is he trapped at right now?
He's in South Africa. They won't let him leave. He's detained, but they're saying that his family has to leave by the 29th. So they're deporting his family. He's out there with his wife, his kids, his mom, and they're saying they have to leave. They have to leave, but he has to stay.
But I thought we all wanted to go back to Africa.
He is there. That's what he wanted to do.
Well, Africa's a beautiful place. Well, it depends on what
he's
part
trying
Africa.
to stay there. He wants
to stay.
He wants to stay.
Africa's a beautiful
They're
place.
detaining him, but making his family leave. He wants them all to be there.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. I thought he was fighting to get back to America. I'm like, for what? You say you want everybody want to go back to Africa?
He wants to stay. It's an amazing place.
He's also retiring. Check out what else he said.
I'm retiring from the music recording industry as it is currently assembled today, and also from Hollywood, effective immediately. I'll be releasing my final album this year, and that's that. And I have reason to believe or suspect that there are political motivations behind the way that I'm being treated, because I haven't broken any law and I'm being treated like a criminal.
Right.
So they want to keep him in Africa, but they want his family to come back to America.
Exactly. And they arrested him and everything.
That makes no sense.
I'm confused.
Okay, now let's talk about the most valuable team in the NBA, according to Forbes. Number one on the list is the New York Knicks.
The Knicks, really?
$3 billion.
Wow.
The LA Lakers are number two on the list, worth $2.7 billion.
Two trash-ass teams.
Hey, watch
Followed by the Chicago Bulls, the Boston Celtics, the Clippers, the Golden State Warriors is number 6. Then the Brooklyn Nets, Houston Rockets, and the Dallas Mavericks.
Damn, it's only one team in there worth squat. And that's the Warriors.
All right, and Meek Mill has been doing some good deeds, just like you, Envy, for Flint, Michigan. He said it has nothing to do with him trying to look good for a judge. He has sent 60,000 bottles of Just Water to the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan, and he's been also doing motivational speeches, helping out at schools, homeless shelters, and hospitals in Philly. So it has nothing to do with any court-mandated community service. He's just doing it. Good timing.
Drop one of Clues bombs for Meek Mill. He is 2-37 in the past 8 months now.
He should have called me for them bottles. I could have got him them bottles real cheap, too.
I don't think he wants to talk to you.
No. The first W
I ain't doing nothing to me.
First W was his album being number 1 in the country for 2 weeks in a row.
Oh.
The second win was him delivering these bottles to Flint, Michigan.
All right, and that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
2-39 in the past 8 months.
He's stupid. I could have got him the bottles for real cheap, though. All right. Well, thank you, Miss Yee, for those rumors. When we come back, Memphis Bleek will be joining us. It's Throwback Thursday.
It feel weird having Bleek on Throwback Thursday, only because he seems still so young.
Yeah, but he's been out since
around
14.
for a long time.
Yeah. So we'll kick it with Memphis Bleek when we come back, and we'll do a Memphis Bleek mini mix. So let me know your favorite Memphis Bleek joint. I'll get on for you as well. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on. Travis Scott with Antidote. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. Yeah, Memphis Bleek.
Bleek.
Yeah. What's up?
Now, Bleek, I always wanted to ask Jay the same question. You think Jay made expectations for you too high when he said you were the new improved?
Of course.
Jay?
That right there, you don't even know. When that line came out on that album, I was in the crib writing every day, because it's like, damn, I gotta match. I gotta try to be better than what you are. Because remember, then he wasn't what he is now.
Right.
So it was a ceiling there I thought I saw. but then he just took off. It's no matching that.
Well, let's go back to kids that might not know who Bleek is. Now, you started out with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Now, how did that relationship happen? How did y'all become friends? Because he's older than you.
Yeah. We grew up together, basically. I grew up under him, basically.
Marcy.
My mom's, Marcy Projects. He lived on the 5th floor. I lived on the 3rd. My mom's and his sister is best friends, so that relationship always been there. And then one day he was just coming through the hood with Clark Kent and them, and I ain't know if he knew I rhyme. So I'm trying to tell him like, yo, what's up? I get busy. I want to roll. And he like, all right, come to the crib. And then from there, it's just
How old
been
were you?
on. I was 14, 15 years old.
14.
So
You
you
was
doing before rap?
Yeah. Way before rap, when he was just Sean. He was still jazzy in the hood.
Was you hustling with him as well? Or no?
Never hustling.
14.
My hustle was too little.
you was signed to
Age was a lie.
What you mean? No, Coming to Age came out actually 2 years later.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. Remember, Jay ain't have no deal when we did Coming to Age. We was in Clark Kent basement.
Got you.
Wasn't no studio, nothing like that. Clark did the beat, we spit. That was it.
Did you think that y'all would reach the heights y'all did growing up in Marcy Projects?
Never. I'd have planned better. I'd have had a way better plan. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, I was just thinking, like back then, saying you're gonna be a rapper was like saying you're going to the NBA. Nobody believed it. They looking at you like, well, you talking Chinese, man. You better get out here and sell these packs and keep it spinning. Right. Nobody becomes a rapper. So then when we did it, it was just phenomenal. It's like it took off so quick. I wasn't prepared. I was just young and dumb and running with the wave. You know what I mean?
Right.
Did you and Jay ever get into any type of serious arguments? Because you always see it in different cliques. They always beef. There's always a problem. Was there ever a problem with y'all at all?
Nah, I could say when I was feeling myself, that's why I missed the second album, Volume 1. Have you noticed I wasn't on that album? I ain't going to tour he did with Big and Puff and them, God bless. I missed that whole run because I was feeling myself. Coming to Age drop. I got the V. I'm the man in school. I don't need the studio no more. I accomplished what I needed. The girls know who I am. That's it. I just wanted to be hot.
Was you
and that
gold
was
yet?
it. Nah, I ain't even drop an album.
Oh, okay. Before
I ain't drop an album.
Oh, this one the single
Yeah,
was out.
this was just Coming to Age on the album. I was feeling myself, so I ain't want to go to the studio. And then Jay came to the crib and had a real conversation with me that I always held to this day, and it changed my life because he was like, yo, I'm rich already, homie. I'm just trying to help you achieve this.
Right.
Like, I don't have to mess with you. I could leave. I go to the studio, do what I got to do. I'm rich already.
People would have did anything for that opportunity.
Yeah, and he
to
was
have
like,
him.
I'm trying to help you change your life and your family life. Either you with it or you ain't. And then they went on tour, left me in the hood for like 6 months, had time to think about it. And then, I ain't never missed nothing else since then.
I always applaud your loyalty, though, because it's easy for artists to be in a position to see somebody like Jay, and then you always see the situations, F him, F the CEO, he ain't looking out for me.
Nah, never that, man. Jay is Jay, and he always been who he is, man. Like, it's nothing different. He always had money, so the fame didn't change him. You know what I'm saying? And he just Jay, man. Either he with it or he not. He gonna keep it straight, raw, and uncut with you. Like, everybody know what it is with Hope. There's no hidden factors, no hidden skeletons, or nothing. So if you feel away, that's just on you.
Are you really in his will? He said you're in his will.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want my man to pass. I don't care about that. I hope it's no will. I hope we live forever. You feel me?
You said you didn't, part of that verse, you were like, okay, it made people feel like Jay just was taking care of you.
Yeah.
Like you wasn't really working. And doing.
Like I was a little skio out here. You know what I mean? I was a skio or something. Like, no, that's my man. And I guess he felt like, let me just let people know that no matter what, Bleek gonna always be good, which was a great gesture. I love him for it, but it just made people feel like I don't have to work. Like, when I holler at certain DJs and be like, yo, my G, I need you to play this record. First thing they say to me is, you good. If I'm good, why I'm in the studio, my G? Like, why am I here talking to you with a record if I'm so good? And even if you good, don't you want to be great? So,
well, it's been years since you put out an album. Jay doesn't tell you, like, man, come on, why you not, you have all of this at your disposal.
What the hell you been doing, Bleek?
He ain't never been like, why are you not putting out albums? Or
Hov don't care,
let's do this
man.
Untitled, man.
Hov don't care, man. Hov, like, long as you got good health, you selling that Douce, we out here moving, we good. We don't care about albums.
So
like,
you're not passionate about that anymore, about music, about making albums?
I am. I'm just not passionate about an album. I don't think nobody buy albums. Nobody care about albums. Music don't last that long no more to really drop an album anymore. That's true. An album lasts about a week now. Then the next day they on somebody's new single on the internet. And the album is forgotten about. So I feel like I make records all the time. I got a whole stash of records. That's why I'm getting back into the groove of dropping records, because I got artists I'm working with. I got an artist from Miami. I got an artist from Barbados. I got artists from New York, and we just working. So it's like I want to get back in the mix to build these relationships to make the road easier for them. You know what I mean?
You discovered a lot of artists out here that ended up popping off, but it seems like you don't get the credit for it. Like I always heard you discovered Rick Ross.
Yeah. I told Jay about him. He was in the studio. Shout out Rick Ross. He was in the studio when we did Round Hair down there when I went to check Trick Daddy, and he was spitting to me and Bings like, yo. They don't give me the shot. I'm like, who, what? Let me hear what you got. And he spit. And I was like, man, I called Hov right there. Like, yo, Jay, they sitting on something down here. Hov took that trip. He came to NY. Here he is today.
Wow. You always kept your ear to the streets as far as like down south too. Like you worked with T.I. early.
Yeah, because I seen it coming. I seen it coming, my guy. When we was on that Hard Knock Life tour, it might have been probably a little bit before that, after, I can't remember the year. But mystical song, The Man Right Here drop. And that right there just did it. I was like, man, this is a sound that's about to break through. And if it break, I want to be one of the pioneers who bring it up top. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me, I always had the relationship with Trick Daddy. I had met T.I. through Falant, God bless. That was his man. That was the homie. And that's how I met T.I. and we made the record happen. And it just was a classic. Like, nobody believed in it up here, though.
Why did you never, like, look down upon the South? Like, 'cause, most artists from New York, especially from that era, like, they whack, they can't rap, they not lyrical.
Who looked down on who?
New York artists look down on Southern music, period.
Nah, man, that's not true. That's very much not true.
I think that was way before that, like way earlier in the beginning when...
Like, down south always had lyricism. Like, you think about 8-Ball and MJG.
Absolutely. Outkast.
UGK. Like, then when T.I., Lil Wayne and them broke through.
Scarface.
Juvenile, Scarface. Like, you kidding me? They had a bunch of talent. Like, I just felt like it wasn't known up here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when
it just wasn't played on the radio.
Yes, when you used to something, that's what you used to until you accept something new. Like, think Tupac sold 5 million records on All Eyes on Me and didn't have one single playing in New York. So,
but even when they infiltrated New York, you had like Cam saying, "When the F we start bouncing" and stuff.
Because that's a little bit of hate, man. You can't resist change, man. Change is good sometimes. You know what I mean? You got to be with it. Like, the game right now, everybody mad. The young boys is winning. You got to be happy. Let them shine. Because I bet you it was some OGs out there pissed off when we was winning. You know what I mean? That pioneered the game probably was pissed like, yo, they messing up the game. Let the young boys eat. There's enough money for everybody.
All right, we got more with Memphis Bleek when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. That's right, it's the Breakfast Club. We have Memphis Bleek in the building. Now, Bleek, Rock is so big. Did you ever have a chance to invest in Rockefeller?
Yeah, hell nah. They ain't want none of my little chicken. I had that teriyaki chicken. They ain't want none of that right there.
Were you ever as tight with Damon Biggs as you were with Jay in any way?
Definitely. We all was a family, but Jay is my brother. Like, we from the projects. I can never, like, at the end of the day, whether the wheels fall off or we ride to the Maybach, I'm always going to be loyal to Hov. It didn't never matter to me because he gave me a shot. It's like anybody could have gave you a shot, but when it comes from somebody that you cherish it because opportunity is worth everything. And that's all you want, somebody to give you the opportunity to be great.
Has Dame ever screamed on you?
Nah. Dame helped me out of a bad contract, though. That's why if you ever hear any of my interviews, I always shout Dame out because Dame always was a good dude to me. He never did nothing wrong to me. Dame would cut up a couple people, get under their skin, but with me, it always was cut and dry. He was my man, him and Biggs.
What contract did he get you out of?
I had a bad management contract. They almost wanted 50 of everything. Dame looked over that and was like, boy, oh boy.
And you had signed it already?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Hell no. It would have been a couple faces cracked for that one, but he seen it. They presented it to me. And, I was so young, Jay wasn't around, and Dame was the only person around. And I'm like, yo, I need you to look over this. Because this before I even knew, yo, you got to hire a lawyer, anything. So when Dame looked at the contract, was like, no way. And he set my whole structure up. And I thank him for that because, whew.
Have you spoken to Biggs?
No, not since he came home. Been moving around on his warehouse, this Duce mission, man, You know what I'm saying?
You got married.
Oh, yeah. I tied that in his eye. I had to do that. It's perfect timing.
I saw you riding horses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I went horse surfing. Took my horse in the ocean.
He's a horse surfing. What broke up Rockefeller? Because at one time it was from Beans to Cam to y'all. It was like a perfect fit.
I think ego, man. Because it wasn't money. Everybody was making a ton of money. It wasn't that. It's ego. Like it's just weird that when something happens, one person want to be responsible for it. You see how Charlamagne said, yo, you don't get no credit for putting on certain artists. You don't never hear me ask for it neither.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem with people. People want to be certified. They want to be critically acclaimed something. Like
they want a pat on the back and acknowledgement.
And they'll die for that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just going with the flow, man. I don't care who created this. Let's just roll. And that's what I think broke it up. Ego, man. People just couldn't accept that Jay is that dude, man. He's the god.
One of the legendary situations you don't get credit for was the whole Nas beef.
Oh, man.
It seemed like you threw the first shot. I couldn't be wrong.
You think he was credit for starting that beef?
Right. And you was like, your lifestyle's ready. You're supposed to be playing position.
Because somebody gassed me up, man. I was on the point of being gassed up. My homie from the hood, my man named Jabba, called me with a Clue mixtape, like, yo, listen to this verse. Nas talking about you.
Oh, that'll do it.
Then he spit it to me, let a slug melt in your hat, all of that. Like, why you getting that? Why? Oh, and then it went from there.
What verse was it? Look, I remember when Nas did the joint over was it Paid in Full?
Nah, that was after.
That was after.
Yeah. Yep, that was after. I don't even know. It's like, yo,
you weren't the only rapper wearing hats, Bleek.
Exactly. They gassed me, my G. They caught me. Like, they caught me slipping. Like, they got me. I accept that one, but you know.
The next thing you know, there's a war.
It was historical, though. Yeah, it was historical, though, man. Changed the spectrum.
It's nice that everybody had your back, though, because it seems like nowadays people beef and they kind of go out there on their own.
But how did that go, though? Did Jay say,
I got this. Yeah, when he got at us on one of them other songs, and he was like, yo, I shoot the Philly beans and all of that. Yeah. Jay was like, Bleek, hold on, I got this. And that's
they
he
probably
did
already
over.
must have had some tension anyway.
It always was. That's how New York was. You know, they was beefing over album covers. Who used babies on the cover
and the
back
Dead
in the
Presidents,
day.
I think it was, because Nas didn't come through and do that Dead Presidents.
Yeah, like, you know, there was a lot of tension in NY back in the day. So your studio would get rushed.
What do you think about that now? Because, you know, back then, if Bleek had beef, Beans was on it. Everybody was on it. But now it seems like...
You on your own, boo.
You on your own. Even with Meek, like Meek, when Meek went at Drake, it seems like Meek was on the island on his own.
That's because there's no real loyalty, man. You got to remember, and you can't fault them for that. Meek and Wale didn't grow up together.
But you and Beans didn't.
But we had a 10-year grind. We've been down 5, 6, 7 years already before the drama popped off. We did 10 tours. So we built that relationship. I know his mother. I know his kids. I go to his house for Christmas. He come to mine. When he say, yo, in Marcy 456, and that's real. Bean stood on Flushing Avenue for an hour till them dice said 456. Just so he could say, yo, I really live my raps.
It's really happened. True story.
You feel me? Like, we built them relationships. And now artists really don't build relationships. They just make records and roll out and call themselves crew. And that's what it is today, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? We was really a family in Rockefeller. Everybody would have died for each other if we had to.
Where you stand with Beanie now?
That's my brother. That's my guy. Like, all the time. I always say that. Bean's my G. I talk to him all the time. He working. His health getting better. He lost a lot of weight. He dropping a bunch of verses out of nowhere, just destroying these dudes' tracks. And it's like, okay, I see him. He got me motivated. You know what I mean?
When he first aired his grievances, did you see that coming?
Nah, that hit me blindsided. But you know, it be them blogs that hype that up, though.
Right.
They'll play him a snip from mine and be like, yo, Bleek said this, and never played him the whole thing. So he think I got at him, and then he get at me, and it's vice versa. And I ain't with that. If I once called you my brother and I love you, I look like the fool clowning you, calling you a sucker now.
But you also kind of got to stay away because you have some loyalty.
That's right.
To Jay, so you got to just fall back.
Yeah, but I still always try to reach out to the fam and kick it and keep, you know, the hatchets buried, but, you know, ain't but so much you can control out here. Everybody is their own man and they want to believe what they believe.
When do you know the time is right to smooth it over, though? Because he was at the B-side show.
Yeah, he was at I seen him before that when we did a show in Philly, and this one they were saying Jay called the cops on them, got him removed from the show.
Yeah.
Man, it was all bull. I seen him, and none of that cracked off. Nothing was popping. I even did a video that day at the venue, and he was in the video. And it's like, I don't know where these stories come from, man. Like, there's no problems with nobody. Never been no fisticuffs, no blood been shed. It's just been a bunch of verses and interviews.
Now, when y'all had beef with D-Block and Rough Riders that time, how was that beef? 'Cause that was, I mean, y'all on the same turf.
Yeah. Beans, man, that was, like I said, who knows how it started? It's just, yo, one day you walk at baseline, yo, my G is on. Let's make some records with and it just go. And Beans and Jada, it's just that competitive nature, man. They both was beasts, man, and you gotta bump heads sometimes, man. Sometimes competitiveness, man, is needed. You need it. It sharpens you. It makes you better. Make you aware of what you was lacking in before, probably.
Do you ever tell them pump the brake like, whoa, wait a minute now. The locks, just think about this one.
Nah. Because ain't nobody invincible.
Yeah.
Like, a verse could be written, you could write a hot verse and a whack verse all in the same night. It don't matter, man. Like, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
The realest thing I heard you say, well, one of the realest things, when you was on Tax Stone podcast, and you was like, yo, I can go in the same studio with the same producer and write something, but it just ain't what Jay did.
Exactly. I could tell you what he ate, what he drove to the studio, what route he took, but your outcome will not be the same. It's just, the gods reach down and bless that man. He got the angels in the booth with him.
Did you ever try to follow him with like no writing down and do the sick?
Yeah, I did that. Ain't work. It ain't work. Start forgetting lines. Be like, yo, hold on, what I said right there? I smoked too much for that. I gotta write it down, man.
You ever have to be like, I don't really like that verse. That was kind of whack.
Yeah. A lot of times, a couple times I change my verse. Like, I think it's hot, and then I wake up in the morning, re-listen to it, be like, I was bugging last night. What I smoke? And then go, do it over.
What about when all the battle songs between Jay-Z and Nas are going down? Did you get to hear what he was going to put out first and comment on it? Were you in the studio?
Yeah, we was in Baseline when they did everything. Super Ugly, Takeover, everything.
Yeah, I think Super Ugly was a little too far, but like, maybe we shouldn't go that far.
Or you was like, go in.
We like, nah.
Ether was worse.
We like, go. Push the button, go. But the fans' reaction made us be like, Like,
we took it too far.
You told Jay that Ether was like, yo, he got you.
No, not that he got you, but he got one. Like,
he got one.
He got one.
Like, so you would say,
we gotta get him. We gotta get back. We gotta double back and replan this strategy. Like, because you can't front. When he dropped Ether, man, everybody was just rocking with him. But you know what I noticed over the years? People love the underdog, man.
Right, that's true. Very true.
All right, well, keep it locked. We got more with Memphis Bleek. Matter of fact, let's get into a Memphis Bleek mini mix. Let me know your favorite Bleek joint right now. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Memphis Bleek is in the building. Now, Charlamagne?
Did you ever spend time in Memphis?
Nah, man. Never. I've been in Nashville, run down with my guy Young Buck, though.
Okay.
But I never spent time in Memphis. I never know nobody down there. I ain't gonna just be wandering through somebody's neighborhood like a tourist.
How does a kid from Marcy say, I'm gonna call myself?
See, we had a show out there years ago. Jay had a show, actually, and I was with him. So we was in the hotel room. This before wedding rings and all of this. So, we had the tatas and everybody around, So one of the chicks was like, I want to welcome y'all to Making Easy Money, Pimpin' Hoes in Style, Tennessee. So I'm like, what? And she repeated it. So I looked at Hove like, that's my name. Cause we just had a conversation where he was like, you gotta get a different name. Who gonna buy album by Bleek? He was like, it's just Bleek. Who gonna buy that? So when I
even
heard
what the
that,
word bleak means is just bleak.
Yeah, he like, you needed something else. So then when I said that, he didn't even believe that I was gonna go with it. I'm like, trust me, that's my name, my G. I'm Memphis Bleek. So shout out Memphis. I never been down there like that. Just one time.
How do you feel the game has changed since you wanted to come up?
It's a lot of music out there, man. That's how it's changed. It's easier to get your music out there, easier to get it heard, but...
And you said people aren't buying albums.
Yeah, nah. You could just go for 99 cents, pick the 3 best records you like, $3. Why I'm gonna spend $14 for your album? $3, I'm good.
You think that's a good thing, though? Or
nah, that's how you know who made iTunes. He ain't hustle a day in his life. Single's supposed to be $3, album $10. So now you buy 3 songs, you spent $9. You like, nah, I'm gonna just buy all of them for $10.
Right.
You feel me? He ain't hustle. He need to holler at me.
Do you feel like the Rockefeller wave got its proper, I guess, closure? Cause it evolved in the Rock Nation, but I'm talking about that legendary wave, that legendary run y'all had. Do you feel like it had like a proper ending, so to speak?
Nah, man, don't need no ending. We ain't dead.
Right.
I feel like
it's evolved.
Yeah, like it's Rock Nation now, and it's new things. It's sports. It's liquor companies, it's management companies. They got new artists. Like, look, you got J. Cole dominating. Like, you feel me? Like, Rockefeller, all we had was Kanye that reciprocated what a J. Cole is equivalent to doing right now. You know what I mean? Me and Beans, we ain't sell out no guard. You feel me? Like, so you got to tip your hat off to what they doing. They took it to the next level right now, and that's more. Not many crews could regroup and double back and take over again. So, like I said, that's the gods, man. The angels is with my G.
But one more, get the band back together one last time, do something.
Nah.
Dynasty album part 2, maybe?
Nah, Jay got too much money, man. Jay don't care about that. Nah, I don't think so. Like, that's a hard tree to bark up.
That's a hard sell.
It's different now. Like, back then it was Benz's. Now it's G5s. They ain't going to the studio. Hold out. What? Gotta make $1 million deal over here. I ain't going to no studio. Like, imagine what it would take to get Jay in the studio to lay a verse today. Man.
Envy?
I'm starting to think Jay's unofficially retired and ain't telling nobody. He ain't telling nobody this time.
I don't know if he retired, but I don't think he dropping another album. Like, he might drop songs here and there, pop up here and there, do his thing, but an album, man.
You don't have to, though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, legacy certified.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't want to go out now. We dropped the Dynasty album in Tank. Then what? My man Hove going out like the 45 Jordan?
But it wouldn't be about album sales with that one.
Yes, it would. It's all, man. Yes, these people don't care.
That'd be a nice meme.
Your numbers, man. Yeah, and we'd be part of the meme wars. I'm gonna do a reality show about this, the meme wars, man.
You really don't like those memes,
man. It's bad. I can't fight that battle. They got that hands down. Wave the white flag.
Damn, Bleek, we appreciate you joining us, man.
No doubt, my God. I got it coming, man. I got this joint with Nipsey I'm working on right now, trying to get a special, another feature on there. I'm gonna drop that. I got a couple joints up the works right now.
You call Jay when you're working like, I need you on this record, or you don't even bother?
I send it to him, be like, I need a verse, and when he don't hit me back, then I know he like, nah.
and me and Bleek never had a fist fight. Remember back in the day, there was a rumor that me and Bleek had a fist fight.
I never heard this rumor.
Me neither.
This when I was in South Carolina.
Y'all made this up.
Yeah. But you remember when you came to the station in Columbia? It was you, Young Chris, Neve. This when Jay had just became president of Def Jam.
And we was on the promo tour together.
Yeah.
Me and the Gunners. Okay, I remember that slightly. They said we had a fight. Who won that fight?
Who would have won in the rumor?
What happened was I interviewed him, right? Mm-hmm. And the interview got erased for whatever reason.
Oh, my God.
So somebody
what a
that
clown.
worked at the station was like, yo, we don't got the interview, so we got to say something. And that's what he
they said they got into a fight so they could get
they made it up at the station.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that, because when you guys were doing that.
Thank God, because they'd have probably mean me to death.
Now, when you guys did that promo run, that was my first big interview when I started at Sirius.
Yo.
And that's what got me my job when I interviewed. It was Bleek, it was Jay-Z, and Young Chris.
That's why I always tell people, man, Andrew been grind mode. I seen her come. Sirius, when they first opened up.
Damn, tell us more. What else is going on?
Nah, I seen when she first got in the game, and man, and where y'all at now, man, come on, man, it's incredible. Y'all got cameramen running around. Come on, y'all making it happen in here, yo.
God is good, man.
You too, man. My guy Envy, y'all gotta give my guy Envy a street cred too.
What?
God bless. Rest in peace, my man G Baby. Envy been in them streets with us, man.
Hold on, what happened?
Envy be in them streets.
G Baby, your man?
G Baby, my man.
Envy caught a body. I'm like, what
I was like, wait a minute.
But I see Envy in them back streets. We met up on some dark locations, the politics of business, and my guy in them streets, man, give him his credit.
I changed. I'm a father of four now, Bleek.
What's he doing?
But wave your street flag. Don't let them.
I just call. We just reach out. But I
That's right.
He's a cop on the low, though. That's why he be out there.
It's Memphis Bleek.
He ended the interview.
Good morning.
You already.
DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now let's get to the room and shout to Memphis Bleek, man. It's always good when
Salute to Memphis Bleek.
Young OG comes through and tells us some of that history.
Absolutely. And the Dynasty was such a great era, provided a lot of soundtracks to our lives.
Right.
Like talking to Bleek. But, and it's a lesson to be learned from Bleek. That guy is real loyal.
Yeah, he is. Very loyal.
Because a lot of people in that position would have been flipped and been like, F you, Hove, for no reason. Just because.
That's true. That is true. All right, well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk to Oscars.
Listen up.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, there's still all this controversy around the Oscars. It'll be interesting to see how everything develops. But Spike Lee has corrected the media. Originally, people were saying he was boycotting the Oscars. Here's what he had to say on Good Morning America.
So you're not going to the Oscars?
I'm going to the Knick game.
Okay. There you go. We know what you're going to be doing. What should everybody else do?
Here's the thing. I have never used the word boycott. All I said was, my beautiful wife, Time, we're not coming.
That's it. Then I gave the reason. So I've never used the word boycott. It's like, do you?
Nobody listens to Charlamagne. I'm really Rafiki. I told y'all that Monday Jada and Spike never said the word boycott. They just said they weren't coming. They never told nobody to boycott.
Right, we played the audio from them.
The media ran with that.
All right, now Jada Pinkett Smith and Spike Lee have another ally, and that is Quincy Jones. He's the first African-American on the Academy's Board of Governors, and he told reporters, we've got to find a solution. It's been going on for too long. He's asking for 5 minutes in front of the board to discuss
Damn,
that
you want to
topic.
fight? Drop one of Cruz Bob for Quincy Jones.
I say you want 5 minutes?
Jones, like, I want 5 minutes with the Academy right now.
And if they don't give him that 5 minutes, he says he will refuse to present at the Oscars. He's supposed to present an award with Common and Pharrell. He said it's frightening to see 90% white and 80% white males.
Yeah, but listen, once again, it's not the
Nominated.
Oscars, it's Hollywood. We need Hollywood to cast more black actors and actresses and make more black films.
Well, let's talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, she has responded to Janet Hubert, a.k.a. Aunt Viv, about her calling Jada Pinkett out for not going to the Oscars. Now,
She said you want 5 minutes?
No,
Jada Pinkett might want 5 minutes from it. She crazy.
Jada said, considering that Alabama had its highest recruitment for the KKK for Martin Luther King's birthday, I hope that we as African Americans can find a way to get along and step together. FYI, there were reports a Ku Klux Klan chapter in Mobile, Alabama sent out recruitment flyers to residents over MLK weekend. She said this whole Oscar controversy isn't really about the Oscars. Really, and my plea to ask all communities and people of color to take back our power is so that we can use it in all sectors of our community. And right now, specifically with African American people, we have some very serious issues that I think we as a people have to move together on. I'm hoping we can find ways to step together in this instead of finding ways to fight each other. I got love for everybody.
Jada, that sounded great, but what that got to do with Aunt Viv wanting your fade, though?
Now, Aunt Viv responded yet again.
And she said, bitch, please. Throw your hands up.
She has some more things to say. She said, I'm a real freedom fighter. I'm not a pretend freedom fighter. She said this to the LA Times. I stand up for other actresses, other people. The Smiths just irked me because they are such pretenders and everything is a photo op. It's self-contrived because her husband didn't get a nomination. She also went on to say there's a lot of ish going on in the world that you don't seem to recognize. People are dying, being shot left and right. People are hungry. People are trying to pay bills. And you're talking about actors and Oscars. It just ain't that deep. Now, she said, we are not brain surgeons. We're not curing cancer. We're not finding the next cure for Alzheimer's. We are simply and merely entertainment. We take on and wear the mask of characters. That's what we're paid to do. Someone like Will Smith has not come up through the ranks like most actors. So for him to be complaining the most is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen.
He didn't come up through the ranks as most actors. If anything, Will's journey might have been more difficult because he was a rapper.
Now, she said we need to tackle colorism within the black community. She said, I'm called dark skin Aunt Viv. Daphne Reid is called light skin Aunt Viv. The whole ridiculousness of black Hollywood. There's no black Hollywood. She said it's every man for himself.
You are the dark skin Aunt Viv. It is what it is. Why people just don't want to own what they are?
Now, right now, Will Smith is on Good Morning America. And he is addressing all of these allegations. Here is what Will Smith is saying as we speak on Good Morning America.
Will you be attending the Oscars?
No, my wife's not going. It would be awkward for me to show up with Charlize. No, you know, we've discussed it, and we're a part of this community, but at this current time, we're uncomfortable to stand there and say that this is okay.
I'm so over all y'all rich celebrity problems.
And then he also said this is more about the children. It's not about himself on Good Morning America. Check it out.
Had I been nominated and no other people of color were, she would have made the video. This is so deeply not about me. This is about children that are going to sit down and they're going to watch this show and they're not going to see themselves represented.
Lies. Chris Rock's hosting. That's the first thing they're going to see as a black man.
Stupid.
What are you talking about?
That don't even sound like Will for some reason. They just saying that sounds strange.
Okay, well, we're going to get more into it because it's been going on and on. Charlamagne, I know that you're going to be talking about Stacey Dash. We didn't even get a chance to do that. But
I'm a Pinkett Smith Winfrey Knows Carter, but I don't care about these celebrity rich people problems. It's the Oscars. Like, so what? Get over it.
All right, well, that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
Now, you better be giving Stacey Dash donkey today.
I mean, yes, I am.
Enough said. What more can you say?
That wasn't a fight.
4 after the hour, yes.
All right, donkey day is up.
It's about
next.
to happen.
It's about to happen.
She's coming to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with her.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Charlamagne, say the game, donkey of the day, man.
You are a donkey. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey
donkey of the day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit it with the hero.
Yes, the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Yes, donkey of the day for Thursday, January 21st goes to Miss Stacey Dash. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I have a list of women who I would love to suck a fart out their butt. I'm married now, so that list is retired, unless, of course, my wife is involved, but that's a whole nother story. But on that list was 5 women: Jennifer Lopez, Serena Williams, Kelly Rowland, Patti LaBelle, and Miss Stacey Dash.
Really?
You know that. You've been working with me for 5 years. Oh. Now, see, that was a time when Stacey Dash was seen more than she was heard from, okay? I mean, we heard her talk, but it was usually when she was acting, whether it was the classic Clueless or more recently season 1 of Single Ladies. That season was fire, by the way. Trash after that. But Stacey Dash wasn't someone you heard from too often outside of acting. But over the years, she's resurfaced and found herself as a part of the Fox News family. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I salute it. Drop one of Clues bombs for, Stacey Dash being a Fox News commentator, because only in America you can go from being on the cover of King Magazine and Black Men's Magazine to being a Fox News commentator. All right, I respect the glow up, but even though I respect everyone's right to an opinion, certain things that come out of Stacey Dash's mouth make me wish that all she had was an Instagram and not a Twitter. Yeah, Stacey Dash is one of those people that I would rather look at and not hear from, okay? She reinforced my feelings when she appeared on Fox and Friends this past Wednesday, and she was asked about the outrage over the lack of black Oscar nominees, and she had this to say.
We have to make up our minds. Either we want to have segregation or integration. And if we don't want segregation, then we need to get rid of channels like BET and the BET Awards and the Image Awards, where you're only awarded if you're black. If it were the other way around, we would be up in arms. It's a double standard. Just like there shouldn't be a Black History Month. We're Americans, period. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Where do we start?
Stacey Dash. Well, first of all, let's be clear on what Stacey said before we talk. Can we hear it one more time? Just one more time, please.
We have to make up our minds. Either we want to have segregation or integration. And if we don't want segregation, then we need to get rid of channels like BET and the BET Awards and the Image Awards, where you're only awarded if you're black. If it were the other way around, we would be up in arms. It's a double standard. Just like there shouldn't be a Black History Month. We're Americans, period. That's it.
Stacey Dash, we made up our minds about segregation or integration a long time ago, 1964 to be exact, when the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was established and segregation was abolished. Okay, now, I'm totally with segregation. I feel like segregation should have been based on behavior, not race. It's a lot of you crazy-ass mofos. I do not want eating where I eat, living where I live, hanging out where I hang out, but it's because of how you act, not because of your race. But Stacey, when you say it has to be segregation and integration, it makes no sense, because you know as well as I do that racial segregation was abolished by the Civil Rights Act in 1964, and segregation being abolished is the reason black people are complaining about not being properly represented at the Oscars, because we have the right to be there, period. Now, the second part of your verbal scream of foolishness, getting rid of Black History Month and BET. Stacey Dash, listen, boo. You need to know Black History Month isn't a form of segregation. Black history is a part of American history, and if America is the great American melting pot, all these different cultures living here, there's nothing wrong with the individuals in this country recognizing and celebrating themselves. You also need to know that niche programming like BET, that's not segregation either. Telemundo is a Spanish-speaking language station. We is Women's Entertainment Network. Logo is for the LGBT community.
That's Telemundo.
Whatever. All niche programming for a specific community, but the only one you want to get rid of is BET. Why we got to get rid of BET? Why we got to get rid of Black History Month? Do you want us to get rid of Women's History Month? What about Asian Pacific Heritage Month? What about Hispanic Heritage Month? What about Jewish Heritage Month? What about Italian Heritage Month? What about National American Indian Month? Why do black people always call for black people to get rid of things that represent us? If you was calling for other communities to get rid of their months and their networks, then I would have nothing to say. But you specifically targeted black people for no damn reason. America is more than just black or white. And if we all said F our cultures and weren't culture specific about things, the world would be very confusing. I like Googling for Jamaican restaurants and Italian restaurants and Greek restaurants. I love Chinese food. I love the fact that I live in a country that allows me to experience other people's cultures, and nobody should be calling for anyone to drop what they are. Yes, I'm American, but I'm African American, and I'm allowed to recognize and represent my culture, whether it's a TV network or a month. And if the
or Chinatown or Little Italy
or Telemundo.
Listen,
I don't speak the language. I don't watch it. Okay. All right. All I'm saying is, if the determining factor in us not having a month is because white people don't have a month or white people don't have a specific network, then that's a foolish argument. Simply because everything else in America is tailor-made for white people. Majority rules. It is what it is. All the other networks that don't cater to a specific community are white networks. All the other months that don't cater to a specific group are white months. White people will be fine. Okay? They run things in this country. We don't even got a black skin Band-Aid. So if that's your argument that we shouldn't have one because white people don't have one, that's foolish, all right? Rep your clique, fool. Recognize you're American, but recognize and celebrate whatever else you are, too. Can we please give Stacey Dash the biggest hee-haw?
And I don't know if you saw BET's response.
What they say?
They put up a picture of her on The Game and said, "So, Stacey Dash, can we get our check back or nah? Remember, you were on The Game, and we don't mean the rapper." Okay, and Stephen Hill also responded. Stephen Hill, who is the president of programming at BET, he said, "Oh, dang, I loved you in Clueless. I had no idea that you actually were."
Oh, who wrote that for you, Steve? Drop one of Clues bombs for Stephen Hill's writers, baby.
Hey, Steve.
He wrote that.
Stephen Hill wrote that.
Stephen Hill called about 8
He's
people.
pretty clever.
Nah, he wrote that himself.
And I don't know if you saw what Bun B wrote also.
I did see Bun B's.
He said, for everyone that don't know what that, he put up a picture of Stacey Dash. For everyone that didn't know that looks don't mean a damn thing if the inside of you is ugly as F. Here's your proof. Her black skin drives her crazy, and as hard as she tries to separate herself from the black community, she doesn't even realize her token role as a pawn in their game. You're black. Hating yourself and us won't make them love you. The best you'll ever hear is you're not like the rest of them. And if that works for you, then cool.
Listen, I would have had no problem if she'd have called out everybody else. Like, she act like there's only a Black History Month and there's only a Black Entertainment Network. No, it's specific months for specific coaches all throughout this country. Specific networks for different people.
Are you going to say Telemundo right, man?
Listen, I don't watch Telemundo. You know why I don't watch Telemundo? Because I don't speak Spanish. Okay?
Oh, okay. That's a good reason.
But they can rep their click. All right?
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Yes.
When we come back, ask Yee if you need relationship advice or any type of advice. You can call Yee right now. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you're pissed off, or you're having a problem in your relationship, whatever it may be. Maybe you're going through some problems and you need Yee's help. Call Yee right now. Calm down. Don't hurt your husband. Don't hurt your wife. You call Yee. She'll help you out.
Throw that hot grits on him, man.
You better not.
No. We don't
Call
promote
Yee
that.
right now. Phone lines are wide open. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. All eyes on you. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee. Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Hey, hello. Who's this?
Esperanza.
Esperanza. Are you Latina?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, Esperanza, what's your question for Yee?
So I've been dating this guy for about 2 years. Mm-hmm. And, I love him, and I could see myself settling down with him, marrying him. But we had a little rough patch where we took a break from each other, and then we got back together. Mm-hmm. But now I don't feel as sexually aroused as I was before.
So you were sexually aroused before you guys broke up, but now you're not?
Yeah.
What happened that made you guys break up?
He just wasn't trying to commit.
Okay.
We were together, just seeing each other, but we never had, a title, and that didn't bother me. Mm-hmm. But it just wasn't official.
Okay, so you actually liked it better when y'all weren't in a committed relationship.
But I wasn't doing anything with anybody else except for him.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have any resentment toward him still for him not wanting to settle down before?
Well, no. He didn't do anything. I did things with other people, mm-hmm. and I was open and honest about that. And now I don't know if it's because I don't want to settle down, or if it's because I don't know. It's not there for me anymore.
You know, that happened to me before when I dated a guy and everything was great, perfect, sex was great, but then we broke up, and then when we got back together, I just didn't feel it anymore. And I actually had to realize that perhaps it just wasn't meant to be and this wasn't the person for me. But have you communicated to him that you're just not really sexually aroused anymore?
Yeah. He was like, maybe you just need to take some time to find yourself because, I have a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on. And
are you stressed out about other things in your life?
Yeah.
All right. Now, that is something that could be causing you to not be sexually aroused. It could be the stress from everything else you have going on. What else is happening?
I might be moving to Atlanta in a couple of months.
And are you depressed about that or excited?
I'm excited.
Okay. But you do see yourself settling down with him?
Yeah.
But you just have a lot of other things on your mind right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this. Obviously, this is a problem for you, so maybe you're not ready to settle down, and there's no rush for that.
Yeah.
When you move to Atlanta, is he staying where he's at, or is he coming with you?
No, he's staying where he's at.
All right, so give it some time. Time will tell. Maybe you'll move and it'll be over because you realize you don't really want to be with him and you like somebody else better.
Uh-huh.
You okay?
I'm okay. I just know that if he's listening, he's probably going to know it's me.
Yeah, he's definitely going to know it's you. Your name is Esperanza.
Or is it?
Okay. But yeah, so when you move to Atlanta, I think that's when time will really tell. Sometimes stress and other things and too much on your mind can cause you to not be so sexual because you need to get through that. And that happens. You're not getting enough sleep. It could be a communication issue. It could be just that you're just right now, that's just not a priority for you.
Yeah.
But like I said, don't rush into anything. Take your time. If it works out and it's meant to be, it will be. At least you're not doing anything crazy. He's not doing anything crazy. Sometimes the chemistry just isn't there. And it just also matters how important is sex to you in your relationship. The other day we had Tyrese and Reverend Run on and they were talking about sex, and it's not the main thing in a relationship, but I do feel like it's important and chemistry means a lot. And you'll end up resenting somebody if you don't enjoy having sex with them.
Yeah.
All right? Well, congratulations to you for your new job in Atlanta.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Mama. ASCII 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice, call her right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. It's time for ASCII. Hello, who's this?
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm calling from Connecticut.
Hey, Liz from Connecticut.
Peace, Connecticut. What's your question this morning?
Well, I've been with my boyfriend for about 5 years. I'm 21 now. I'm going to be 22. So we're kind of young. But I moved out about a year ago, and he hasn't. And we've discussed about moving out together, but he keeps pushing time. And, you know, I get paid a little bit more than him, so I know that kind of bothers him a little bit. But, you know, I kind of am being patient about it, and I'm not pressuring him to move in with me. But he does sleep over every single night.
So he basically lives there but doesn't pay rent.
Exactly. But he does help me with groceries, and, you know, he does give me gas money, and he does do stuff like that. But my big problem is that I'm starting to see a lot of things that he does in the house. I'm starting to see, like, generally speaking, he's a clean person, and I've always known that. But now I'm starting to see little stuff, like he doesn't do the dishes, he won't clean the stove, he'll get up in the mornings, and I leave really early in the mornings, and he doesn't. So he'll stay, and he won't make the bed. Like, I'm very, like, OCD. He won't make the bed right. Like, he'll do it very sloppy, and it's starting to get to me, and it's starting to make a really, like, a difference in my
Man, if I could tell you how many people have this issue when they live with somebody and the other person is messier than they are. This, I would say, is the key to this is compromise, okay? Because I would say that there's certain things that you can let slide sometimes. Some people do the dishes right away and some people don't. Some people make the bed every morning and some people don't. I think you need to figure out what's the most important things that you need to have done and sometimes let things slide. It doesn't have to happen all the time. And he needs to compromise. Maybe every now and then he doesn't do all the dishes right away, but eventually he does them the next morning, the next afternoon. You know,
that's the problem. Like,
he don't do them at all.
No. Like, the problem is if he'll do it, he'll start being grumpy, and he'll be like, "Well, you never do nothing."
That's because he live at home with his mama.
Yeah, he does.
And he's used to his mom taking care of everything. And he looks at it like he's a guest in your house still because he is a guest still. He doesn't live there. He doesn't pay bills.
Exactly, but, you know, he also does things like he'll leave the light on all day, and then I'll come home at 10 at night, and then the light will be on.
And you're like, you know, I got to pay that bill, and you done left the light on all day.
Exactly.
That would annoy me too, because I hate when people stay at my house and they leave things on, they leave the air on, they leave the light on. So I can understand how that's annoying because that costs money.
He's a man. He's gonna do that. He's not gonna wash the dishes. He's not gonna make the bed.
Well, then he should pay that. He should pay that bill if he's gonna leave. Now
I just wanted to make it. I just want him to understand that I'm not trying to nitpick at him. I'm not trying to, keep telling him constantly like his mama. But I am, however, trying to just get him in the routine of just doing things. If he does something, clean it after yourself. That's it. If he doesn't want to clean after me, that's fine. But just after himself.
What if he tell you clean your vagina and I'll start cleaning
Shut
after
up.
myself?
Now, there's two options that I'm going to say you have here. Like I said, you need to pick your battles and pick
my vagina.
Okay.
All right, you need to pick your battles, right, and see what's more important. Maybe making the bed every single day is not as important as making sure the dishes. There's a reason why you need to do the dishes. That's dirty just not to. You could get bugs, you could get ants, it's just nasty. You could get gnats, fruit flies, all of that. So you need to tell him, okay, this is what's important to me. Because sometimes he might not do the dishes because he knows you're going to do them anyway. So sometimes you got to just leave him there until he does them. Or he could pay for somebody to come and clean the house once a week.
He don't got a key.
You know, but maybe you can be like, look, if you're not going to clean up and you're not going to do this, then we need to get somebody here every other week and they need to come in and clean the house. Because it is hard when there's a person who's extremely neat and a person who's not as OCD. So like I said, sometimes you have to curb what it is a little bit. Is making the bed that important? It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I understand that it's annoying.
It's not the biggest deal, and it's not a big issue for me. It is only when he wakes up at 12 in the afternoon and has nothing to do and then just leaves, you know? Like, that's when it bothers me.
Okay. Well, have you told him that? That's what bothers you?
Yeah, I've been telling him like this whole year that I've moved out of my parents' house and he's
not ready to move out from his mom's house because he's so used to having his mom do his laundry, clean up after him, and he's looking at you like that type of person. He doesn't know what it's like to be on his own.
That's why it bothers me, because he comes from a home where his parents don't do anything for him. They just provide his, he just stays there. But his mom doesn't do his laundry. His mom doesn't cook for, clean his, dishes or anything like that. I'm sure of it.
Well, well, then you know what? You need to tell him, I'm not going to do your laundry. And maybe you need to assign days that he does stuff and days that you do stuff. Maybe I
think that's better.
Yeah, I think you should say, okay, I'm going to clean Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. You're going to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'll even take an extra day.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
But don't nag at him and don't pick at him. Try to make it fun. Try to make it lighthearted, whatever it is you have to do. Put on some music. Y'all could clean together. Whatever it is, just don't be a nag.
All right. Well, ASCII 800-585-1051. You got rumors coming up?
Well, R. Kelly did an interview in GQ magazine, and he said some pretty interesting things.
R. Kelly just need to shut the F up.
He talked about being molested when he was a child, and the interviewer actually said that the only reason they did this interview was because they were told they could ask any question. So there's a lot of questions. And he also weighs in on Bill Cosby.
All right, all that and more. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. We're talking R. Kelly.
Listen up.
It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's The Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, GQ magazine did a very in-depth article on R. Kelly. I read the whole thing. It's really long. You read it?
Unfortunately,
All right, I'm going to give you some highlights from this article because, R. Kelly won't answer a lot of questions about certain things.
Right.
Now, for this story, R. Kelly, according to the writer, agreed to speak about his whole life without restrictions. He said we met 3 times over 3 days in his hometown of Chicago. And it talks about him being young and not being able to read. He said other kids could read, other kids could write, other kids could spell, they could do math. I felt like an alien. I felt like an outcast. I felt like, what is going to happen to me? My mother couldn't answer it. My stepfather wasn't really interested in it. He said I was the dummy. He said he did try, and he describes what happened when he would try. He said, I would always hear scrambled music like an orchestra going off that didn't know what they were doing. It was so confusing. It was like violins playing, I Believe I Can Fly. I Believe I Can Fly. The bass is playing When a Woman's Fed Up, and the guitar is playing Bump and Grind. But he said he reads better now because of his daughter. He also knows how to voice text, so he can voice text and say whatever he wants that way.
Hey, I just want you to know R. Kelly voice texting isn't reading.
Now, he also talked about being sexually abused when he was younger. He mentioned it in his memoirs, Solar Coaster. He said he never told anyone at all about it until it came out in the book. Now, he said there were some premature sexual experiences he had. He said he was approached by a trusted family friend who was a man who tried to persuade him to masturbate him for money, and he refused. But then he talks about one day when he fell asleep in front of the TV and he was awoken from a dream about Three's Company to find a woman playing with him. He said, I tried to push her away, but she wouldn't stop until she finished. When she said, you better not say ish to no one else. You're going to get a terrible whooping.
This is a very pointless interview, by the way. I just want y'all to know.
Now, then he went on to talk about how this happened for as far as he can remember, from about 7 or 8 until he was 14 or 15. And he said sometimes he did actually look forward to it, but acted like he didn't. He also talked about Aaliyah. Now, he would not answer questions really about their relationship. He did say that he loved Aaliyah. He said there's a lot of ways to be in love with a person. I was in love with my grandfather, but I would say I was in love with Aaliyah just like I was in love with anybody else, but in a different friend type of way. And he did say because of Aaliyah's passing, he's always said out of respect for her mother who's sick and her father who's passed, I will never have that conversation with anyone about a wedding ceremony and whether or not he got married.
R. Kelly is full of pig feces.
Now, he talked about his case that took 6 years to go to trial. And he said he was found innocent, so people should take that into account. Now, he said that he actually ended up taking a plea deal. He said plead guilty and serve only 8 months behind bars. And his attorneys and business manager advised him to take it. Otherwise, he was looking at 15 years, and then he refused when he was offered that deal. He actually didn't take the plea deal.
Get to the part about the urine.
How doing? What part about the urine?
You didn't read that part when they asked him about peeing on the girl?
Hold on.
What'd he say? What was the answer? Let me hear this. What'd he say?
It's not. He doesn't know if that's him in the tape.
He said, first of all, he claims to not know who Dave Chappelle is. Okay?
Yeah, he has he acted confused when they brought up Dave
He's full
Chappelle.
of pig feces.
Right. And he said when a person is found not guilty, they're found not guilty. It doesn't matter if it's a murder case. It doesn't matter what case it is. When they're found not guilty, they're not guilty. And I think that a lot of haters out there wanted to see me go down.
What'd he say about the urine?
He said that he doesn't pee on girls, basically. He said that's not his thing.
He just said he hasn't seen the Dave Chappelle skit.
He claimed to not know who Dave Chappelle was. R. Kelly's
and that's
full
not
of it.
part of his thing of urinating on women.
That whole interview was pointless. You got away with statutory rape. Go somewhere. Keep making your music. You don't have to explain. Don't do no interviews. You're 48 years old.
And that's it. Yeah.
Just relax. You don't have to do none of this.
He also says that now he has some of the craziest dreams, and it's because his imagination is so crazy. He said, I've had dreams of heights. He said he has dreams of being raped by women. I've had dreams about being cornered by things. He said, I don't know what it is in front of me, but I feel cornered. And so he talks about all
it's your
these
conscience. It's your conscience, R. Kelly.
But I think the writer did a good job of asking these questions because normally R. Kelly doesn't answer anything.
Only thing R. Kelly R. Kelly makes me want McDonald's. I read that article last night. I don't know if it's because I'm on my detox, but after I finished, I wanted 2 cheeseburgers and some fries from McDonald's.
All right, well.
Because he talks about McDonald's so much. It's either he's mentioning the McRib, or he's talking about how him and his mom used to go to McDonald's when they was young. Then you hear the stories about how he used to go to McDonald's to pick up young girls. R. Kelly makes me want McDonald's.
Anyway, he also talked about Bill Cosby. He said, God is the only one that can show me that. No man can tell me that. No woman can tell me that. And when you wait 70 years, 50 years, 40 years to say something that simple, it's strange. He said, you know why I say that? Because it happened to me and it wasn't true. So he compares himself to Bill Cosby as well. And there you have it. All right. And that is your rumor report.
I'm Angela Yee. You gotta say that.
I'm Angela Yee.
There you go, Angela Yee. All right. Now up next is the People's Choice Mix.
You didn't think it was a good interview?
No, it sounded stupid. It sounded like you lied the whole thing.
It's a dumbass interview.
I mean, the problem is that R. Kelly really ducks and dodges a lot of questions.
Then why do an interview? Because we all know he's lying.
If people ask him that normally, he'll just shut it down and end it. He really did hold 3 days with this person, and I know it was, even if you go anywhere, they always have all these restrictions and make you sign waivers.
I want him to come to the Breakfast Club.
It's not going to happen. I wouldn't even advise him that.
Whose side are you on? His hours.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't even advise that. And that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right. Shout to our people at Revolt. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else, the People's Choice Mix is up next. You want to hear something? 800-585-1051 at DJ Emmy. Get your request in right now. And I got you. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
And I don't know if you saw BET's response.
What'd they say?
They put up a picture of her on The Game and said, so, Stacey Dash, can we get our check back or nah? Remember, you were on The Game, and we don't mean the rapper. Okay, and Stephen Hill also responded. Stephen Hill, who is the president of programming at BET, he said, oh, dang, I loved you in Clueless. I had no idea that you actually were.
Oh, who wrote that for you, Steve? Drop one of Clues bombs for Stephen Hill's writers, baby.
Hey, Steve.
He wrote that.
Stephen Hill wrote that.
Stephen Hill called about 8
He's
people.
pretty clever.
Nah, he wrote that himself.
And I don't know if you saw what Bun B wrote also.
I did see Bun B's.
He said, for everyone that don't know what that, he put up a picture of Stacey Dash. For everyone that didn't know that looks don't mean a damn thing if the inside of you is ugly as F. Here's your proof. Her black skin drives her crazy, and as hard as she tries to separate herself from the black community, she doesn't even realize her token role as a pawn in their game. You're black. Hating yourself and us won't make them love you. The best you'll ever hear is you're not like the rest of them. And if that works for you, then cool.
Listen, I would have had no problem if she'd have called out everybody else. Like, she act like there's only a Black History Month and there's only a Black Entertainment Network. No, it's specific months for specific coaches all throughout this country. Specific networks for different people.
Are you going to say Telemundo, right, man?
Listen, I don't watch Telemundo. You know why I don't watch Telemundo? Because I don't speak Spanish. Okay?
Oh, okay. That's a good reason.
But they can rep and click. All right?
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Yes.
We got the positive note. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, shout out to everybody out in Miami. I'm heading to Miami for the next couple of days. I think I'm going to be stuck there because of this storm that's hitting the East Coast.
I think you're purposely trying to be stuck there.
Yeah, so I'll be stuck there in, 80, 90 degree weather?
So convenient, huh?
I'm sorry for you guys. But if you're in Miami,
I'll be in Houston, okay? So maybe I'll be stuck there.
No, you'll be in Houston. Houston, I think it's like 40 degrees, 50 degrees.
50, yeah.
Yeah, but Houston.
I'll take it. It's been cold in Florida, though.
70 degree cold?
That's cold for them.
Yeah, right. I'll enjoy that. My goodness. All right, when we come back, we got the positive note of the day. We need some positivity out in this world, so keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, shout to Memphis Bleek for joining us this morning.
Salute to Memphis Bleek. Brought back a lot of memories of that damn Dynasty era.
Absolutely.
Salute to The Rock.
Yes, sir.
It's The Rock, you bastards.
Alrighty.
I was thinking the other day, remember back in the day, you used to get excited when you used to hear Just Blaze?
Yep.
Now people get excited
Just
when they hear Metro Boomin want some more.
Why you had to bob your head like that when you did that? I'm just curious.
What? Metro Boomin want some more?
Let's stop doing that, man. Leave us on a positive note.
Listen, Marlon Wayans will be joining us tomorrow.
Yes, Marlon Wayans will be in the building.
He got that movie coming out, 50
Shades of Black, January 29th.
Which I feel like I need to get royalties on because
he was joking you.
6 years ago, we was having a Twitter session. We was going back and forth, and he told me that I was 50 Shades of Black.
But you're not 50 Shades of Black no more.
That was 6 years ago, you said?
That was 6 years ago.
You were 50 Shades of Black 6 years ago?
I mean, if he said it, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that long
That
ago.
was 6 years ago. Time flies, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Leave us on a positive note, Nick.
Oh, the positive note. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Celebrate yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Breakfast Club, good morning. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. Caller 105 right now, 800-585-1051. You get a pair of tickets to see the Knicks take on the Phoenix Suns Friday, January 29th. All right, if you want more information, hit up the website, nyknicks.com. But caller 105, you'll be in the building. All right?
That's right. Salute to my man, Memphis Bleek, once again for coming through.
Yep.
And please remember, time waits for no man. We was just sitting around here talking about an incident that happened 6 years ago. 6 years flies by your ass
quick.
so fast.
Unless you're locked up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, unless you
don't be a person on the treadmill running in place getting nowhere fast either. Whole lifetime passed you by.
Yeah. All right. Well, this weekend they're saying New York City 12 inches. Angela Yee loves 12 inches.
Except when it's snow.
Long Island 8 inches.
And he loves 8 inches. He doesn't like it too.
New Jersey 10 inches. It's gonna be nasty out there. So get all your salt and all your water and all your food because you'll probably be stuck in all weekend.
Yeah, you better go do that tonight if you know what I know.
Yep. All right, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1 Home.